and not so good second series.
All right, everyone.
And his best map,
all right.
Icebox, so
NAVI on
hopefully he's in for a
defense,
show.
Apex on attack.
This is your
One
first
sheriff, that's
battleground
it.
for this
Only one
best
person
of three.
listening to
Sunset
Mini.
up next, and Corrode. If we end up there, I'll be very excited. But first, we'll have to see the trade out of maps, starting with NAVI on the defensive side here on Icebox.
Sorry.
And the identities between the two shifting, between having the Sage on NAVI and the Omen on the other side.
Okay, the turret down the bottom to make sure that you can silent drop.
On the attack side, it looks like a net being spread.
Drone fake over towards B with the wall.
Drone sent through. The idea is to push A. That's been left a little lighter defended with just Angel there. And there was a moment
Rayquaza, thank you so much, bro, in the YouTube chat for the 4 months.
Started to
I appreciate
shift out
that,
of
bro.
that
Thank you.
A lot of space for the taking for Apex.
Of course, dude. Thank you for watching with me.
Almost have some sort of a read that there's going to be a play towards middle, eventually starting to aggress through that control, and with Angel.
Okay, the interesting thing on this one is Shao, right? They push over towards middle. Shao has wall, and Apex need to play heavier on site because if this wall comes up, then they're going to get wrecked. Keep an eye on Avova going around the wall. Glizzy Glazer, 69-420. It's the line I didn't think I would say. Thank you for the prime. And What the Ook with the prime as well. Thank you so much. Great names.
He's got an angle and takes down Hero. Flying protection. Well, traded out for the info, I suppose, but players falling across the board. NAVI barely a spark
that's clean.
On their side. As
that's clean. Everyone fighting on site. We've got the perfect timing of the luck.
Yeah, they basically played for just that little wrap around at the end, and I really like it. Just waiting for Avova to get back in on that flank, and he was so patient with his play as well. I feel like a lot of players will just go a little bit early in those sort of positions, maybe not have the same level of faith that he did when it came to his Apex teammates. And the second he finds those couple of kills, I think there's also a lovely reveal that came through as well from Mosey, just to let him know where everybody was. That round was already over. And while for Na'Vi, of course, this is their map choice, as it was said on the desk, a map that
they're allowed 2 deaths.
Even when they haven't been in the
3
best
guns
form,
into this one.
Pretty good for them. Either it's been victories or incredibly close losses. So,
Chat, how many weeks do we get Icebox for? 2 more?
But they're coming up against a
very
different Apex.
So fine to get rid of Icebox right now.
Oh, that they definitely are. I mean, bringing Penny in as
rough
well.
for teams, I will say, but
that international stage
to watch,
many a time. More recently as well over in Toronto, but going back to the V1 days as well, this guy has been around a hell of a long time.
Like eating the grass.
But Abyss, yeah, it could be better. You're not wrong.
So he's been eating the stage. Yeah, like if they're
Thoughts on Abyss, it's like a slightly better Icebox.
Wins himself a match, they might like
emphasis on the slightly.
Oh, LEDs in his stomach, perhaps. The microplastics are going off. Olizera, great space taken. This is a problem. Already we're seeing Na'Vi have so many gaps, and this is a low-buy round, of course, but if this continues, you will certainly be seeing a quick matchup in favor of that attacking side. But talking about Penny, him up against Alexic as well, certainly to the EMEA stage, newcomers, although Penny obviously playing with an EMEA squad over in Toronto.
Very, very nice to keep all the guns. Got 1 armory buys, give me a great bonus.
To see evolve, because I think both of these players step onto that stage with some pressure on their shoulders.
Semper, by the way, thank you so much for the prime as well. Thank you for the 4 months.
Reasons. Obviously, Alexic has kind of been brought in as like, is this guy going to be able to help save Na'Vi? Because obviously,
when the pro play get the new map, same time that we do.
To be at international events, like that's been it for a long, long time. They signed the FPX roster back in the day, one of the few Masters winners from EMEA, and yeah, it never really had the same level of success.
Wait, that replay
they made all these roster changes, signed some pretty big players as well, and it's yet to really deliver. So he has a lot of pressure on his shoulders as a youngster. Come on, another youngster still in the mix. Hero will start this round off.
But I was gonna say it might actually work for a bait, but that is a rough one.
Olizera's not able to make anything of it, and Hero eventually drops him down before they lose players on that B site. The defense standing ready for this push, as now only 3 players remain on Apex, all in the same angle, and it's Alexic to line up the scoreboard.
There were no bullets hit. There were no bullets hit, and there should have been some bullets hit at the very least.
Yeah, I want to see this guy succeed. As I said, when watching
great for their money as well.
And it was their sort of run
no
through
one's holding that.
They were incredibly unlucky not to at least make it to the playoff stage, losing in, I think, one of the earlier matches in incredibly sort of close fashion. I think they were even the one team that managed to beat Apex. So I think that,
interesting.
Again, we've seen
last game of the season, and they're going for the heavy light armor because you won't have the demos, so you don't know about it. So you can kind of get away with doing this, saving the money so you can buy more rounds.
But maybe a round that shouldn't
Obviously, when you watch the demo back and you know they're doing this, you can just get Outlaws out and buy rounds.
Yeah, missed shot from
but definitely for your first game,
through the smoke.
Not a bad idea.
Chalk it down to look for NAVI. Will they get lucky again though?
Oh.
Angel's being caught, pushed up close after Shao falls early, and now NAVI, a 3 versus 5, they find themselves in the same spot their opponents were at the start of the previous round.
Yeah, and it leaves Alexic completely alone, needing a hero play, and he started off well. 0 damage taken and ahead of the opposition gone. I do like this though from Apex. They're trying to sort of sell the idea that maybe they've gone back, but NAVI aren't biting on it. They have gambled 3 players now within this A site, and that's exactly where Apex look to push.
It's a nice gamble from NAVI.
Seems to be very reliable so far, and a 3rd kill.
Bro, what a!
They're not expecting
that's a bit of a statement round, to be honest.
Now Malzy's alone.
That's a great round from him. That's a 3v5 at its peak.
A great round for NAVI.
Yeah,
losing those 2
showing no nerves here
on the defense. It's
great
often
round
a
from
death
Alexic.
sentence. Absolutely.
I'm not giving the credit to the rest. I'm sorry, but the
yeah,
first
no,
2 go down with. I think it's Shao.
Kizviz, thank you so much as well, bro. I appreciate the 10 months. Thank you for that.
Second. And then it comes down to, okay, let's leave our newfound youngster on the site alone and see what he can do. And hey, 3 kills when the whole squad is pushing up against you. That's very impressive.
Yeah, I suppose not so much a great round from NAVI, a great round 4.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, because of the light buy, they can literally because of the light armor they can buy here. Normally this would be a low buy.
That has bailed NAVI out of a bad
The
situation.
3-person gamble stack, yeah, was really good.
Have been a good start.
Heavy paid off.
Now the defense. They have to make good on this, though. They have to keep building up those
rounds. This is interesting, though, because Alex thinks they're going to be eco because it's like normal, and he's looked at the money, so he might actually be able to get a lot here. This is great from him.
Normal round, that play.
Yeah. Outlaw in for Alexic, of course. Reading into the economy of the opponents, realizing they're not going to have the finances for heavy shields, so he has a chance to farm already with the Blade Storm as well, so if things go a little bit pear-shaped, he has the opportunity.
The player cams off.
Of course, for Apex.
Yeah.
You're going to want to get off to a good start on this attack.
You're not wrong. Hero's looking a bit older.
Most teams get the majority of their rounds. Hero, though, already aggressive, and it's another freebie. He'll take a bit of damage on the way out, but comfortable in the end.
Yeah, you'll certainly take that kind of a trade. Turret to watch for the mid push later on as well.
Still 4-person stack.
But Apex aren't going to pressure mid.
Danger gets a kill, gets his ult.
And look at the stack up. There's 4 players here. The Outlaw on the other side of the map. Everybody else ready and waiting for this play. Apex are running into a trap, and it's
this is also like a good round for NAVI to win because they've mixed up their styles, right? You saw Pistol, they're playing retake, right? Apex can maybe think that they can get the site for free. This is now like 2 rounds in a row where they've been punished, either in sight or earlier before they get to site. So they can now heavy play retake over towards A, and then maybe you would imagine Apex will start using maybe more util to go into the site, so they got left for the after plant.
What we're going to get, of course, for the other side of
Apex. He knows they're down to an eco, keeps the Outlaw out. The only person who can tank it is Penny, has knives. Let's see.
I've not really found anything from it.
Shadow with the 2 years, 25 months. Thank you so much, bro. Just over 2 years.
We'll see if he can do anything here.
There's the info. Spots 1 and drone goes out to clear the other corners. So far, when they've pushed this site, there have been a lot of players from NAVI ready and waiting.
Yeah, so NAVI change it up on this one, play a little bit of retake.
Space open, but a big setup waiting for them as they push deeper. Blade Storm already out of the round. That's a lot of the hope, a lot of the promise for this squad.
This is a freebie here now.
The position Alexic is in, ready and waiting for this cross. A freebie with a headshot connected,
it's a nice shot.
As can be.
He's showing off, if anything.
The Hunter's Fury there for both sides, but at this point, I'm not sure that NAVI will feel it necessary.
Yeah. I thought maybe they use it just to deny the plant, and that's what a lot of teams will do, even in rounds like this, just to make sure that time doesn't tick away. They haven't opted for him. I'll be honest, it doesn't look like they need it. This is very comfortable. I'd be very surprised if Malzy is going to pop his ult for this sort of scenario. He was hoping to try and catch someone off. But
Apex hopefully going to do some kind of timeout, and it's hard for them at the moment because they're going to just be talking about A site, and again NAVI have changed it up. At least 4 of the rounds we've seen. The only thing that they can have that will work well is like if the coach is writing down names of players that are on the site, they should know that they're over a 10. So that means if they do a timeout, they can kind of pressure middle, B, a little bit more. Dude, no timeout?
They can block off all that space. Deny a push, and without that Hunter's Fury, you are not going to be able to do anything about it.
Okay, so the coaches can hear the players talk. So if he hears something and he like agrees with the call, then I think it's so fine to not time out.
Very good spot credits wise.
And considering that they kind of mid default to break the turret.
Oh God! With 3.
Okay, we got a timeout now, man. We got a timeout now.
With a missed shot, under a little bit of pressure, but
that was great shots.
He's gonna fake the idea
double
that he's
escaped. Dude, double smoke to fake that he got out of there.
I don't think he's gonna get an easier kill than that today. Well,
that looked so clean in middle.
I'm sure you got this one.
Still that Hunter's Fury at least, you know.
Yeah, shock dart him.
Oops.
Nope.
Don't.
That's not
That's the warning shock dart. Soon he'll send it. Well, he doesn't have enough.
Yeah, he already used the first one. That's unfortunate. And wrapped around now by Ruxic.
It's
right
looking
now,
really
NAVI
rough for Apex. That was so nice from
correctly after a little
mid.
bit of a shaky opener. An in-zone flawless in round number 7. And a 5-2 lead. Credit secured.
It does feel like, yeah, it's weird that came out as another in-zone flawless. Like, there've been a couple of them.
So ready for the third guy after his turret gets shot. It's really nice from him.
Ones that we expected. Of course, this is our new boy on the block.
He's 19 years old. He played for Z10.
For you. He played for Z10.
Fast in VCL E split 1.
He went through Ascension and managed to win the E split.
Second would go next esports. He's a former semi-pro football player.
Which is definitely interesting. Weren't you a previous semi-pro basketball player?
Almost, Tom.
It was very close.
Damn, he really got him
my
in that.
shoes let me down.
Ah, okay. Well, they didn't have an extra few foot on them.
That's outrageous of you to say, Tom. There's a role in basketball called the prodigy, and that was me. I just couldn't quite shoot, and I didn't like the pass, but I had the dribbling down.
Sure. Well, nonetheless, it is going to be that timeout being taken for Apex. You can understand why. 5 rounds in a row, and a couple of them haven't been particularly close. I feel like as well, like, obviously you give credit to Hero. He's 11 and 2.
Where's the replay from Hero? Bro, we had the replay from Hero. Where have you been?
2 run through a smoke and he gets all 3. That's bad. You should probably have been able to trade that kill, especially the guy up top, who I don't think he peaked until after the 2 that ran through the smoke were dead. Don't want to be overly critical.
Wait, calm this what I'm saying, mate. You got to lock in.
Yeah, well, I guess
Vinny's going to break that one down for you, don't worry.
The results speak for themselves, Tom, here. I think your insight goes a long way.
Yeah, you know. Oh.
Okay, money's outrageous. Don't get max money now.
Chance for Danito to try and correct the ship. As these 5 rounds, other than, as you mentioned, the one where Alexic kind of helped save NAVI, the rest of them have not been particularly close. Already, Hunter's Fury has been popped. I think just off the back of the drone going through, and that's Angel just finding an opener on Molesy.
Yeah, this is good though. As soon as he sees the drone, knows the rough area where they're going to be droning for, and just goes for the ult.
Seems like Angel has
got a good little bait in.
Had enough of his youngsters picking up the kills. He's going to get into a more aggressive position.
They're going to walk right into him. Oh, he couldn't even see it! I don't know what
Did that look different from his POV?
An itchy trigger finger, and he's found the kill as a result. Another stacking
maybe something came up on the minimap. Maybe on the
not even on the B site,
was a little
just
different.
outside
I don't know.
The spike halted in its tracks.
Gun barrel, yeah, I think so. I think from
him as the newcomer,
on his PC he saw the gun barrel.
Well, this will be a
just go next map. Does feel a little bit like that.
He makes this work. A 1v5 ults online for NAVI.
30 seconds left.
And what should now be a 6-2 start coming out of that pause as well.
I like how you said should.
Listen, I've seen stranger things. If this was Sugetsu, I think it's locked in. Let's see if Ollie's Era can fill those boots.
That's a fair comparison, isn't it? The guy who's just joined the league for the first time versus a veteran who's won a Masters. Yeah, you know, if he could do that in 10 seconds, wow, that'd be really good, wouldn't it? Yeah, he's not going to. He's going to die, and it's another in-zone flawless. You know.
I'm dropping an EMEA. Yeah, do you reckon I need to reset this? Let me do this.
If he could do that in 10 seconds, wow, that'd be really good, wouldn't it? Yeah, he's not going to. He's going to die, and it's another in-zone flawless.
Dude, I saw it even when I'm on normal time. Is it just YouTube? Should we go to Twitch?
I like this, yeah. I feel like there was a moment where I went, oh, what if he just then? I'll just shoot just in case.
I've always got to be human now.
Even when we're on time there, I saw
just
it.
taken out of the play when he doesn't see anyone, he doesn't have a read, he's just walking about.
Yeah.
He's
executed. I was doing it for Pacific.
A 6-2 start, economy in favor, ults online for NAVI. It's Apex desperately in need of an answer here. Again, at 2-1, they were in a 3v5.
They need a kill. Like, an answer.
Yeah, that's true, man.
Like, there's now been 3 flawless rounds already of the NAVI 6.
2 in a row.
Like, it's just damaging. And now they're even... I felt like some of the ults
that
but
I will say this all kind of gives you a good amount of space.
So Angel just popped his off the contact of a drone. Now, yeah, a little bit of pressure and they put the Viper's pin. It's because otherwise they're just holding them. And look how aggressive they already are. They've got 2 players.
Zero minimum. Thank you so much for the 20 months, mate. Appreciate the prime. Thank you for that.
Like, maybe NAVI get punished just for how aggressive they currently are, but they have an absurd amount of space.
Still looking to play through the pit. The AWP almost claiming a kill. 20 HP left. It will be Angel swinging from up top
really
to close that out. 2 players pushed on A. Leaves Apex with no other choice. They have to commit to this site.
Next round, I literally just need to see Malsey into the drone A, and then they just send it.
Can't quite get through. Hunter's Fury sent through as a last-ditch attempt to deal with this, and it does catch the reveal, but no one's there to execute Ruxic. The pit stays up. Xiao finds one. Spray almost takes Ruxic down, and he will eventually allow that pit to fall with a counter pit in play. He now has the uphill battle, fighting through.
Ruxic did good to get one. Hey, look at it, just lagging everywhere. I think we got to Twitch.
Him scurrying. 5 seconds. That's enough for the pit to fall. He's going to be fighting back into open space with 12 seconds left, with 3 opponents to take down. And again, the choice is to lose the round or lose the gun. Avova out of here. And 7-2 on the board for NAVI with at least a rifle saved. And I guess the silver lining here, it wasn't a flawless.
Right. Yeah, that is some real silver lining when you... They used 3 ults in that round? No, I don't think they used the...
2 at least.
Yeah, they didn't use the Blaze Storm, but they did use the Hunter's Fury to try and get an opener. And yeah, then the Viper's Pit, which I think they got 1 kill within. It is not looking good, in case you hadn't already noticed. And well, I think starting to see a little bit of frustration.
Spooky VLR, thank you so much. Thank you.
Because these rounds have been so brutally sort of
all the world's YouTube live is lagging. Yeah, that makes sense. That does make sense.
And don't get me wrong, it seems like, especially Hero and Alexic, are just having a whale of a time, but...
How's NAVI looking so far? Really good.
Game. Especially, obviously, we're only at the very beginning of the season, but
they haven't even really been tested much.
Whether they can make it to
they lost Pistol, Eco,
okay, not even points, probably more likely that they'll have to actually finish first or second. And for Apex, making it to champs keeps them in the league. Otherwise, even if they have to finish at minimum a top 8, otherwise they are... well, instantly relegated. So this is not a good sign. 7-2 up. Sure, it's not their map choice, but it's more the manner that they've been losing these rounds than the actual result.
Angel's been practicing the shock darts. Almost took himself down with that one.
He's got to give him a chance.
A little early on that, but Penny still gets tagged up. Space taken by Apex. They're on site. It's only Angel to deny. He's up top. Doesn't want to push through that smoke without his teammates being by his side. Now a couple starting to rotate in. Alexic, the 4th man on the site, but the first to find a pick.
Farming them with an Outlaw as well. They keep buying light armor.
Round forward, that reinvestment after losing 2 rifles. They pick up the Outlaw. They know light shields if Apex.
Yeah, got to play heavy over towards site because they know they're up against a Sage wall. Dude, is everything lagging? Is it the actual broadcast then?
It's a sea of isolated islands, but they're all showing up right when they need to. Pressure on though. Defuse could be underway. Jump up from Penny is caught, and now it's all Zera. He has to run. He has to flee with the wall, blocking him off. There's nothing he can do.
Jesus, yeah.
The round won by NAVI. There was a moment.
It's me? Dude, it can't be
where
me.
It looked
Surely
like Apex
not.
had a chance. 3
Ensign's
quick
so
kills, but NAVI still come out on top.
Yeah, definitely the closest of the lot, but when Hero's still alive, I think you don't have to worry too much. 14-2. The guy has come back into VCT.
Replay guy. Relax.
No need for that whatsoever.
Hey,
that's cruel.
So uncalled for.
That's just cruel.
You know, I don't know. I think that was an average Jonas life.
Someone was giggling requesting that replay. Yeah, and then put the 3rd person in slow-mo maybe? No, leave the slow-mo this time.
I like how that's the user that's the closest round for Apex of the replay is Angel messing up a shock dart. Oh dear. Well, 10 seconds in, and 2 players already dead. It is not looking like a change to the tide. It's looking like Apex are getting swept. Alexic. Well, his dash is going to disappear. I wouldn't be surprised if he tries to stick around, but plays a little bit safe. Still has Ruxic to support. The other players are all sort of fighting in mid, and Penny trying to pressure. He's done well. He's going to take a little bit of extra damage, but they have managed to find a couple of picks. Hero already in position, though. and the team is looking to join him.
Shame that AWP is so far back. For Penny to recover that will give them a real opportunity here with these long-range angles on the retake, and players already filling in that space.
Player standing.
Well, he won't pick up anything but a shot to the head. Hero with a double. He has been on fire so far. Alexic has been reliable, and on the other side, there's not much to report. Apex are looking like they're falling flat in most of these fights.
I like how there was the talk at the beginning of like, yeah, Xiao.
Is the broadcast sharing? It's the broadcast sharing. Or it's my PC, or my internet. I don't know which.
Chilling. 2 and 5.
He put that wall down.
That was a good wall. It was a good wall. And he defused behind the wall.
Twitch is lagging more than YouTube. Yeah, I think you're right as well, dude.
Apex had the lowest Icebox post-plant win rate. Don't think it's improving.
It's the same for TMV? Okay, well, that's the actual stream then. Saying that, he's got UK internet, so it's not much better.
First two.
On the upside, at least they can argue sample size because it's not like they've planted most of the time. So,
great.
The stat might be bad, but hey, there haven't been many post-plants.
You really are bringing a lot of silver linings today.
I am.
Same for Shio? Okay, well then, now we're 100%.
I imagine Apex are.
Yeah, one of us has to. Well, Bladestorm out.
Well, we know the US internet's good.
Across the board.
Okay.
Nice opening.
Okay, they get a pick.
Returned. Xiao has the res as well, so it's not even going to last very long. Brooksick has now fallen as well, so they will at least have stopped.
He's in Canada? Wait, he's Canadian?
I wonder, is he deciding who he's going to pick up? Brooksick does have the Viper's Pit. And now with the smoke, yeah, it does make more sense. A little bit more spammable, though. By the way, the plant still hasn't come in, so it's actually not too problematic, especially with Hero on the scene, but he has been put down, finally. I think this is his third death.
They're just trying to save those post-plant stats. I respect it. 30 seconds, though. Oh, the Hunter's Fury put through. It's way too late. Those players have moved. Evolve gets
the spike not
down.
open.
20 seconds now on the clock, and they have to cross over the gap. They won't even get close. The firing squad waiting and put to bed early. 10-2.
0 buy rounds.
The game's barely started, but it's looking like
yeah,
it might be over.
I can do that at the end through.
Yeah, this is definitely becoming a fairly bleak-looking scenario, but maybe you believe in miracles. We'll be back after the break.
Yeah, dude, I need a break as well, man. If I'm going to be lagging, we might as well be on YouTube. Lagging early. We might as well be lagging ahead. Jesus. So much sound. Okay, back to YouTube chat. At least we're 7 seconds ahead. Oh, I meant to mute this anyway. There goes the VOD. We're really out here being rusty, man. It's been a while. That T1 documentary really threw me off, man. I might start blaming Sylvan as well for it. Throwing me off. He's throwing me off my game.
Welcome back, folks. 10 rounds in a row for NAVI. At 2-1, they were in a 3v5, and I think that's about as threatened as they've looked throughout this series. For Apex, it's not even just about the map, Tom. There's been so many fights where it feels like they have the upper hand, they have the jump, the player's not looking, their crosshair is, well, maybe not on the head, I suppose that's the problem, but NAVI are always given that opportunity to fight back in those battles, and they win every single time from what we've seen in those last 10.
Yeah, it's been a bit whiffy, I'll be honest.
Be confident,
There's been a few
yeah,
moments,
that's true.
especially from Olizera, but I'm willing to give him the benefit of the doubt. It's
you
your
guys are
first
right.
map in VCT EMEA. Even other players of the team have shifted around, so I'm sure that it's definitely a high-pressure scenario, but there's not really been anyone that I'm going, oh, they're having a great game. Like, it's just been rough. Hero has been far and above the best player in the server. He has died 3 times with 17 kills to his name. So yeah, I do think they're going to struggle at just stopping him from dealing.
Wait, are NAVI going to be back?
The Turkish duo now sit
they were looking pretty good at the end of playoffs.
Catching up after the early start from Alexic, but that's about all the story we've got, because even like I think the bit that was most worrying for me is when 2 players push a smoke and there's another player on top of the tube in mid.
Hope so, dude. I hope so as well, to be honest.
That was sort of the moment where I go, okay, that shouldn't be happening. Like you've even set up a scenario where that shouldn't be possible. He gets 2. It's more forgiving, but I think the 3rd is ridiculous.
Tech pause, yeah, it's a hidden tech pause.
Obviously,
so sure, a hidden tech pause.
To first map jitters, we can put it down to
the fast one. Though, gotta give him that. Build a Bear Workshop. Thank you so much for the 14 months. Appreciate the tier 1. Thank you. Sheriffs are out.
Got a higher pistol win rate.
Could double the round wins.
There you go, 52.8.
I think if we pulled up the rifle win rate for this map, it would be
0.
To make things a little bit worse, it is 1-0 on the pistols.
Not the best for what comes after these next 2, but hey, some promise here. And I think it's important for them to have that little bit of a flair. So far, they felt individually outmatched in so many of these battles. This isn't somewhere I come in and say, wow, Navi, the calls have been great. Like that 4-man stack up on A that Apex ran into, that was around 1.
Dude, the B pressure really supposed to rotate out.
But then we move past that, and almost
they say wall for this one as well, so do we see deep wall or shallow wall?
When 2 players pushed A, took the whole map control. It got to a point where Navi started disrespecting them, and they are a team that the second that happens, the game just feels like it's over until you shut them down.
Viral, thanks so much for the 20 months. Thank you.
A lot of
early drink today, did a lot of water.
Posturing from Navi, like playing some of those fights
in middle. Had a great amount of water today.
Even sending their jet solo again. It does feel like at times that Alexic is being used as a
Repass and reclear over towards B. Question mark cleared.
Site, which is very open.
Rotate.
Only 1 man
on its
there,
way.
And that will be Avova. And it does seem like they're starting to make that realization. The rotation coming through, but that's where they could go walking into Alexic.
Well, they've at least got the site control here for Navi. Plant in. They've left it quite late, but time not going to be a problem. Apex gearing up for a full retake.
Oh yeah, someone else is going to help him out on that one.
Ready and waiting at the gates in just a moment.
Good plan.
Some damage dealt already with Ollie's Era on half. Still not that one shot to the Sheriffs, which is important with a few of them brought through for Navi. Already gotten up to the wall. Alexic finds one from further away. Time is ticking. They need to get in there, and it's a flurry of frags for Navi until Malzy and Penny can step up to the plate. Hero, 10 HP, most hope, sits with Angel, and they know where he is,
dude,
but Hero
is
13
just
health, miles away,
smurfing.
And it's the Sheriff that puts a nail
Mod
in
Skipper King,
Apex's
thank you for the 5 months, man. Appreciate the tier 1.
They needed that pistol.
Having a map, what is he, 19 to 3 now?
Mostly sits with Angel when Hero's alive. He could have had 1 HP, and there could be a Molotov flying towards his head. He'd still get 2.
19 and 3 right now. Like this is outrageous performance.
Yeah, it has been very, very comfortable to say the least.
Keep it cool.
You add up the bottom 4 players of Apex.
Mate, Alex has been Parma outlaw the whole game.
And that in round 2 or 3 might be all right, but round 14, not so much. We're already seeing that outlaw back into play again, and Penny pushing with no real support. They haven't fully invested into this round, so they're still going to try and play the buy round at least, but it does mean that this buy kind of stinks. And more for Navi, they're not even going for the normal, like, oh, let's save a weapon or 2, and then if we lose a gun, we can buy back. There's no point. They're just going to try and win out these rounds, get this one over and done with a move to Sunset. Well, we'll have to hope there's a little bit more. Nice shot, at least, from Batu. Even for Apex at this stage, maybe just getting a couple of rounds to get the confidence going.
No, it is. Yeah, it's at that point now. It's just like
better than just being blasted.
Hopefully get some kills, get some confidence.
We're gonna have to hope for that. Not in this one though, unless Batu keeps going like that. Nice little double from him, but they've still got a lot of powerful weapons to face off against. Well, it's not a battle that they're favored in. 12 to 2. 10 rounds in a row needed for Apex. Now listen, I've seen it before.
Daniel TV, thanks for the prime. Appreciate the 19 months.
Maxi
House 12 as well.
Exactly.
10 months as well.
10's not even that much.
That's a portion of what their opponents just found. I think Navi have a good chance of making champs. They're pretty far behind on points, right? That means they have to come top 2.
You could free will say that sentence.
You have free will. Those
you would be wrong.
I
don't think they're going to have an easy time coming top 2, but you never know.
Yeah.
All right.
Maybe you shouldn't, but
I think EMEA is kind of heavy at the top as well.
Well, 12 to 2. Alexic only has a Sheriff in this round. That's a positive. That's something. Na'Vi are actually playing it relatively safe with their economy and not throwing everything into this round, or they just think they can win the round anyway.
Fourth is open. Fourth is
Probably
open.
Second.
Might be the latter, yeah. Yeah. The way things have gone, I think you might be spot on.
Aren't BBL and Vitality like pretty far ahead in terms of points?
Losses in a row when it comes to VCT EMEA. 10
Only
overall.
one goes to champ with points? Nah, two do.
I mean, they're not the best of spots, but 4 out of 10 wins.
Third and fourth is champ spots, and then whoever comes fast second
Apex
is
still hungry
through.
For that, and the drone, it is going to spot one waiting outside. It's the Killjoy, though. This could very well
BBL is only one
That's
ahead
a little
of
bit unlucky
third.
because they are.
Yeah, then honestly, BBL, Vitality, K-Corp, and third are all kind of close.
But spotting Killjoy almost tells you the opposite. There's likely that this will be a lurk. They haven't budged, though. Keeping 3 players on this side of the map, Na'Vi is ultimately going to be walking into the heavier stacked and where the weaponry should favor Apex at least versus this man here. That's why he's going to take contact, look for that initial fight, already spots a couple. The time too low for Na'Vi to make any other decision. They will have to keep going this way.
Big luck in middle.
It all comes down to that, and they're going to lose Ruxic. Now this battle much more uphill with 12 seconds on the clock. These kills
3 on site.
Quickly,
surely this is the round.
8 seconds on the clock, and the Sheriff is
last
the last
round
standing. An end zone flawless for Apex, but it's only a 3rd round.
It's the beginning.
All right, calm down.
This is their moment. The time to turn the tide.
You sound like
Apex.
Taco on Nuke.
Did you win?
No,
no.
Of course not.
You never know. If they do now turn
so it's top 2 from playoffs and 2 go through from points. Yeah, that's right.
Perfect.
Just hope they're not on Apex.
KZ, oh, lol. Thanks so much for the prime.
Hey, energy's still high. Oli Zera get himself an extra couple of kills. There is still a purchase. Xiao now going to be onto an SMG, which might be fine. He's been in the backpack for a lot of this game, but
Sunset, yeah, the chances of Corrode is looking a lot lower than I initially thought.
Alexic and Ruxic, they have been the 3 to really.
But you never know.
Dominate
Sunset might look
so
better.
Angel's been doing all right as well, to be fair. 10 and 6. See, he can go positive.
And those shock darts have been
what
something else. Huh? That one right there, though, it does actually land. It deals a bit of damage. Penny still lurking around. Finds one. Alexic down. Jump up on the box. Punished as well.
Oy, nice shots, bro.
He's here defending the site. Not quite alone, but you'd think it looking at the kill.
Oh, what a round this is.
As he picks up another. It's
it's so unlucky. I had 5 bullets for it. It was actually a really nice clip.
A 4th round
still nice
Apex,
no matter what,
nonetheless, a great performance from Penny, and now they're starting to heat up on that side of the stage.
Dude, the 5 kill was pretty.
Would have been EMEA debut ace. That would have been lovely. Now makes himself positive at least. And you know what? 12-4 up. Game's starting to get a little bit tight. Happy needs a word. He spotted them things he didn't like, Mitch, in those 2 rounds that they lost. And, we're going to tap into that now. He's just told them to stop losing and get back to...
Stop dying to Penny.
Yeah, don't see where Penny is, go the other way.
Smart man.
I don't mind this from Na'Vi, honestly. Like, you're playing obviously quite cocky because of the score. And maybe just spotting a few things like, okay, let's just close this one out.
I mean, I like this from Happy.
Let's get this done as quickly as possible and move on to Sunset. Not allowing them to build up that additional confidence, because I do feel like that's the thing. You've got a couple of new players in the mix, whether they be experienced
probably
or
round
not,
after next it's done.
It takes you a little bit of
time.
time
might be able to get Sova or if they get an orb, but
once you start rolling, even if they end up closing this out like 13-8, those extra few rounds could be enough that they go into their own map choice feeling a lot more confident.
That's it. You don't want the momentum to build up on that side. This is a map where Navi could leave, having their opponents feel like they were walked all over. And if it becomes a closer game, like you said, a 12-8, then Apex can sit there and think, okay, we started slow. We gave them 10 rounds in a row, but we almost had it. If we won a couple of those, it was our game, or at least a much closer one.
Okay, the buy is pretty telling. So instead of planning ahead, they're kind of just planning for this round. Heavy armor, they're going to try to get knives.
It will be a low buy across the board. It will be Penny. Same as Alexic. He's gone for that outlaw. An Angel will already be dropped early on. That cloud burst fading.
Okay, hold
shots don't land. Bladestorm online. Alexic invested immediately.
This would be a devastating way for them to end it.
No need to save
4v5
it.
eco.
Might give them a chance in this round.
Still feels fairly unlikely, but he's had some pretty explosive rounds so far. Looking like after being spotted on this side of the map, they actually use the res.
Yeah, for an eco. They're going in.
That's a lot more commitment. I mean, I already look at the Blade Storm. It's like, okay, maybe you won't have much use in the next, so put it in. The res, though, that seems like a bit of a head scratcher. Navi clearly feeling confident.
Yeah, yeah, in a round where most of them don't even have shields. Alexic, he wants this. He wants the fight. Wow, those initial
it makes a lot of sense because heavy armor as well.
He's only got 2 left.
The 2-person fake.
Start selling the ruse of this A site, hoping that it will get them space. But thus far, it's obviously been very early in the defensive side, but we haven't seen massive rotations. That's a nice shot onto Batu, though. Now this ruse gets a little bit more interesting as he's going to look to face off against Olizera. On the other side of the map, though, Avova has already...
Jesus, nice shots, dude. Last one.
Still, though, Alexic's still going! This man is as good as promised.
Nice shots, man.
Lost on the other side anyway.
Yeah, dude, they're going to lose because the spike's down.
They're still going to lose the round.
They're all one-shot, though. Angel could do it.
They need to wipe them out in a second. Oh, Angel can do it! I can't believe it!
Oh, God, he's peeking from spawn. There's no time. What an absolute shot that was, though. But holy...
That was absolutely outrageous.
That was a funny round, man.
An unbelievable map.
I mean, there were so many shots that were hit that round.
A soul-crushing
Alex has done a
if you're across the
masterpiece.
stage from that, that's got to feel deflating. A solo fake on one side.